Go for a little walk?
Guess so, Dr. Brewer.
Well, good. Hey, take a look.
Well, that's wonderful. I didn't even know you'd leave her room this morning. I was kind of hoping she'd do it on her own. Good for you, Angie.
Well, I suppose I've got to try. That's what everybody says around here. Try, Angie, try.
I can tell you one thing. Dr. Hardy's going to be pleased. Want to go and sit down?
Okay. But if people start to stare at my face, I want to get out. I don't want people to stare at my face like they did the other day at the coffee shop.
All right. Well, nobody to stare.
Right now, maybe. Jesse, I want to do what he tells me. Go home, and then wait until it's time to come back for plastic surgery. I want to do what Dr. Hardy tells me.
I'm sure you do.
Only, what's home? Papa? Just him to look at and talk to? And what have I got to say to him?
Angie, haven't you got any friends who'll drop in?
I don't want anybody to see my face. I only want to see Eddie. But he didn't call me like he promised.
I'll see you later,
Jesse, please, tell me. When is Dr. Hardy going to make me go home?
Angie, I just don't know. Oh, good morning.
Hi, Jesse. That's fine. If I want anything, I'll scream. Oh, please, don't go. I'm so sick and tired of talking to myself and looking at four
As a
walls.
matter of fact, you're neighbors. You ought to meet one another. Cynthia Allison, Angie Costello.
Hello. Hi.
Well, I'm sure that you two will find something to talk about, so I'll see you later.
Are you the girl who hurt her face in the accident? Oh, I'm sorry. Guess nobody's sorrier than I am. Of course. Have you had a bad time? Pretty bad. Oh, I wished I'd have known we were neighbors. We could have visited back and forth. But it's not too late. They're sending me home. Well, how wonderful. When? I don't know. But I don't want to go either. Don't you? I've got reasons. Well, I guess there are just as many good reasons for doing something as for not doing it. I have got reasons. Are you married? No. Do you live with your folks? No, I have my own apartment. It's small, just one room and a tiny bathroom and kitchen, but it's kind of cute. I sometimes think of having my own place. Oh, it's fun. But I just thought, well, that waits till after you're married. Well, some girls feel that way. Papa. He's pretty old-fashioned. He'd holler and scream if I told him I wanted to get my place. Get a place of my own till after I was married. Well, my parents have always encouraged me to be independent. Anyhow, they're in Japan. Just traveling around? Oh, no. Dad's a newspaper man, and he's always on the go. Mother goes with him. Papa and I just sort of stick in one place. Oh. Oh, we're just fine. Are we, Angie? Sure, fine. Do you go places with your parents sometimes? Oh, just quick trips. I was away at college, and I had a summer in Europe when Dad was covering a conference there. I've been around a little. Must be nice going to new places and seeing things. Well, I mean, I haven't gotten around to traveling at college or anything. Well, maybe you haven't had the opportunity, Angie. It's nice to like the nice things. But you have to want to. Yes? I've never told this to anyone, but I've got this boyfriend. His name's Eddie. Oh, he's awful nice, but we've got problems, Eddie and me. Oh? Well, maybe it's that I like him more than he likes me. Well, maybe that's the big problem. Especially now with my face like this. But when things go wrong, sometimes I think, Maybe it would be different for Eddie and me if I had a nice house where he could come and have dinner. Or if I'd finished school or gone on to college like you.
Well, it's possible, Angie. But you can have a college education and all the advantages and still not get yourself a boyfriend. I mean, the one you want.
You mean you don't have a boyfriend?
No.
But you're so pretty and everything.
Oh, thank you. Well, I've gone out on dates, but it's never been quite the real thing until recently.
Oh, you mean it's like Eddie and me? He likes someone more than he likes you.
Well, it's more complicated. You see, there's this man, and I love him, but I can't have him.
Why not?
He's married.
Oh.
How are you two girls getting on?
Oh, we're just fine, Dr. Brewer.
Oh, well, I won't interrupt woman talk. I'll see you later when I make my rounds.
You're sort of nice. His wife is nice, too, Jessie.
Yes. Yes, he's nice, and so is Jessie.
I'm afraid so, Mr. Anders. I'm afraid so. Oh, excuse me. Oh, let me help you, Miss Allison.
Thank you, Dr. Harding.
Look, Mr. Anders, we'd all like to avoid an operation, believe me. But in my opinion, and Dr. Winslow's, it's time you got yourself straightened out. I'll see you first thing in the morning before they take you up to surgery. All right? You can tell Dr. Winslow that Mr. Anders has agreed to the operation reluctantly.
What did you do to that man? Hypnotize him?
No, I guess he finally decided to face the facts. That's the most important thing, isn't it, Jessie? Well, I see that Angie's in the solarium.
Mm-hmm. She got there on her own this time.
Well, she's going to have to face the facts, too. It's easy for Mr. Anders. He'll be going home soon. Back to his family, his job. He's got something to look forward to. Angie hasn't. Well, I might as well get it over with.
I'm going to tell her.
Yes. Hello, Angie.
I was just looking at the traffic. So many cars. No wonder they're accidents. Night Eddie and me smashed up. There was just one other car on the road. He tried to pass it.
That was foolish, Angie.
Oh, sure, he knows that now. When Eddie and me get together, I don't know, we just get crazy. I bet you were never like that, Dr. Hardy.
At Eddie's age?
You know something funny? I'm going to be leaving the hospital soon, and I hardly know you.
Well, you know I'm your friend, Angie. Well, what else would you like to know about me?
I don't know, really.
Well, I was born in China, stayed there until I was about your age.
China?
Yes, my folks were missionaries, medical missionaries.
Can you speak Chinese?
A little, but I've already forgotten what I learned. And, of course, when the war started, I came back to the States to go to college.
Oh. I've never traveled like you, Cynthia Allison. Maybe I will someday. With Eddie.
Maybe you will.
You don't think he wants to marry me, do you?
Oh, I've never said so.
Well, let's Papa Papa says all the time. He said Eddie only comes to see me because he smashed up my face and he doesn't want me to make trouble for him. But it isn't true, Dr. Hardy.
Maybe.
I love Eddie. And he loves me and he wants to marry me.
You both have time to think about it.
Not much time. Dr. Hardy, I can't go home.
Angie?
Maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I could go out, get away from the house and Papa. But I can't just sit there locked up all the time.
Nobody's locking you up but yourself.
Oh, Eddie can't even come to my house. Papa won't let me see him. We were married. Couldn't stop me. Eddie's folks couldn't stop us either. Nobody could beat on us.
Angie, most of us are trying to help you.
But you're sending me home.
Only because you're well enough to go home.
But I'm not yet. Have I got a little time, Dr. Hardy?
Angie, do you know why I came in here to talk to you? We can't put it off forever, Angie.
No, I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it.
Angie, you've been here a long time. Your face is healed. Other people need your room.
Okay, then I'll go and I'll move into the ward.
Those beds are needed, too.
Dr. Hardy, you're going to have to throw me out because I just can't go.
Angie, I've rechecked your x-rays. I've seen the last tests on you. I don't want to put you out, but I can't keep you here.
When?
Tomorrow.
No. No.
Angie.
Dr. Hardy, am I going to see you again?
Well, yes, you'll have to come here at least once a week. Angie, you have no choice.
Maybe I have.
What did you mean by that?
Well, I just said maybe I have.
Well, it's tomorrow, then. I'll be here to see you off, and we'll make an appointment for you next week. Oh, one more thing. Will you call your father?
Why?
Well, I guess he'll want to pick you up.
Oh, well, I can go home by myself.
No, I want someone with you.
Well, he can't leave the store.
Oh, yes, he can. He's closed it before. He gets someone else to watch it. You want me to call him?
No. I'll call him.
Angie, you're going to be all right. Just remember, you can call me here anytime if you need me. And in a couple of short months, you'll be back for plastic surgery. Okay?
All right, Dr. Hardy. I'll try and do what you want me to do. Okay. I'll be okay.
Good.
Oh, what time tomorrow?
After lunch.
Oh, I just want to tell Papa. Can I please have an outside line? Hello? Eddie? Are you alone? I'm going home tomorrow. Yes. Dr. Hardy just told me. Eddie, do you remember what you told me? That you want to marry me and that you'll take me away? Yes, you did, Eddie. Look, we can't talk about it now. Somebody might come in. Eddie, be here in the morning. Early. Oh. I'm counting on you, Eddie.
Oh, Jessie, if you need me, I'll be in the lab.
Dr. Hardy.
And if Dr. Morgan calls in, tell him I'll be available for consultation anytime after 3 o'clock.
All right.
Well, I guess that's about it.
How did it go before?
You mean, with Angie?
Uh-huh.
Well, she still doesn't want to go home, but I'm hoping when tomorrow comes, she'll make it. Not kick up a big fuss at the last minute.
You know, in spite of the circumstances, it seems to me that you'd be just a little bit glad to get home.
Yes, you would. But it's a curious thing about people, Jessie, and not only patients like Angie, who have real reasons for their anxieties. That goes for all of us. Even when we're well, we don't always put our best foot forward. And doctors especially should remember that. Well, I'm late. Phil?
Upstairs.
Seventh floor nurse's station. Dr. Hardy's on his way down, Sally. Right. You're welcome.
What's cooking with Steve?
What?
I don't get it. He's filled with little thoughts these days, little bits of philosophy. If I'm not off my rocker, they're directed at me.
You? Seventh floor nurse's station. Yes, Mr. Flaherty will be up today for the first time. I'm sure he'd be delighted to see you. Uh-huh. His cousin, Alfred. All right. Thank you.
If you kids want some coffee, I'll take over.
Thanks, Marge.
Oh, don't thank me. I'm just a sweet character.
How about you, Phil?
Yeah, I've got a few minutes.
Now, who hit him?
Who knows?
Phil? Not such a good speller yourself, Dr. Brewer.
Thank you. What exactly did Steve say that upset you?
You heard him. People, he said, not necessarily patients, worry about the wrong things. Even when we're well, we don't put our best foot forward. And he was saying it for my benefit. 2 coffees, please, Mary. So, let me put it this way, the way I see it.
All right.
Sometimes a friend, especially a good friend like Steve, gets put on the spot. And I think he's on the spot because of me.
Why?
He wants to get that residency for me. Now that he knows I have nothing better than a 50-50 chance, he's not so sure. And I think he's trying to warn me.
Warn you about what?
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Okay, I know it's a painful subject for you. It's painful for me, too. I think word's gotten around the hospital that she's got a crush on me.
Thank you.
Nice juicy scuttlebutt.
Oh, Phil.
And something else. I think the word's gotten to certain ears. Influential ears. Like the directors of the hospital who pass on appointments. So they're taking a second look at me. You know, see if I'm an upright character. Nonsense like that.
Oh, I can't believe that.
You can't believe that. You were upset when you understood that she had fallen for me. And you know me. You had no reason to be upset.
Well, if I was upset, it was because I was acting like a foolish wife.
Thanks for saying that.
Look, honey, I think this appointment's going to be made on the merits of the case, and I think you have everything in the world working for you.
I'm still just an intern. But even as a lowly intern, I've been flattered here several times by guys like Doyle and Steve, and a few others. I've got an aptitude for diagnosis, and I'm not boasting about
I
it.
know you're not. You have.
I'm a nervous wreck. I'm going to go in for a little diagnosis right now. Something's rotten in Denmark. The question is what?
Well, have you talked to anybody but Steve about this?
No. Well, I guess I could. Morgan, Lyons, Doyle have all been very friendly. Wait a minute.
What?
Doyle.
What about him?
Jesse, he offered me a position as his assistant after I finished my internship.
And?
I said I wanted it. I told him I'd rather go in with him than be a resident here.
No, you didn't. You said you'd think about it.
That's not important.
Well, what is?
A simple fact. A promising young doctor, me, Let it be known that he wasn't keen on a residency. That's a black mark against me, Jesse. And why should they hand out a choice appointment to a guy who a short time ago could have taken it or left it?
You're guessing.
Good guess or bad guess?
I don't know.
I'm going to find out.
Honey, please, don't do anything rash.
I have a right to be told the truth.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to find out.